What's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. Have a lot of interesting things to share with you guys in this video. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. We're starting off over here in West Texas. I ran across this today by accident on Google Earth. Couldn't help but notice the unusual color of the ground over here. Light blue, maybe a light purple. Right there, it definitely looks blue. Over there, it looks purple. There's another area right here that definitely looks purple. And I found that truly bizarre. Here's a bright green pond. And then here's another pond that looked almost jet black. And here's the exact location on Google Earth. You can see the ground is definitely discolored and it spans for several miles. So I did some research, got to looking around, and I had no idea that just yesterday the Texas governor approved a bill allowing oil companies to sell fracking wastewater. Wastewater is part of the fracking industry. It takes something like 500 million gallons of water every day in Texas to run the frack wells, and a point of contention has always been the wastewater. Supporters call it a solution to the drought, and yes, there is an ongoing drought in Texas. Others call it a public health risk. But part of this bill that's been approved by the governor just yesterday, June 20th of 2025, it allows oil companies to release treated fracking wastewater into rivers and streams, which I also found equally as surprising as the blue and purple ground over here in West Texas. So I got to thinking, if the treated water is good enough to put in streams and rivers and be reused for other things, why not reuse it for fracking? Just keep it in the fracking world. I know the water, once it goes through the fracking process, is highly contaminated. It contains a variety of things, including salts, heavy metals, hydrocarbons, and naturally occurring radioactive materials like radium. The exact composition varies depending on the geology of the area and the chemicals used in the fracking process. So once again, as of yesterday, June 20th, I believe it takes effect on September 1st, it's now legal to dump frack wastewater into rivers and streams in Texas. Speaking of Texas, a gigantic fireball lit up the sky over Mexico and South Texas just a few nights ago. And here's a close-up view of the super bright fireball that temporarily outshined the bright moon on the night of June 15th of 2025. This occurred around 3:10 a.m. So there weren't a lot of reports over at the American Meteor Society, obviously, as it occurred in the middle of the night. Going from Texas to North Dakota, this occurred last night on 6/20 of 2025 at 9:11 p.m. Video taken by Ian out of Bismarck, North Dakota. Are you serious right now? Check out that skyline. Absolutely unbelievable storm cloud that moved through North Dakota that produced some major tornadic activity in North Dakota, but the storms weren't limited to just North Dakota. As you can see here, there's over 100,000 customers currently off the grid right now as I do this video. 20,000 in North Dakota, 17,000 in Minnesota, 18,000 in Wisconsin, 19,000 in Michigan, and 44,000 in Pennsylvania currently off the grid. And going from tornadoes to hurricanes, today's update, there are 0 hurricanes to report on, 0 in the Atlantic, Caribbean, the Gulf, and 0 in the Pacific. I'll be keeping you guys updated on a daily basis from now till the end of November. Just a brief update. If there's hurricane activity, it will be a very detailed update. Coming over here to the homepage of the website, today's feature photo was sent in by Joseph A. Still, the night watchman out of St. Marie, Montana. That is an incredible view of the nighttime sky, looking at the edge of the Milky Way galaxy. If you've ever seen the night sky without any light pollution, it is definitely a sight to behold. Quick look at the GOES X-ray flux. No solar flares in the last 24 hours. Looking at the planetary K index, no geomagnetic storms in the last 72 hours. There have been no CMEs interacting with planet Earth. And as we just saw, the power outage situation across the northern tier of the United States has over 100,000 customers currently off the grid. Looking at the Schumann resonance, it's been highly active the last 24 hours, especially the last 6 hours. Hopping over to the Yellowstone supervolcano caldera, looking at the seismographs that monitor the mighty supervolcano, you can still see that unusual activity up here along the northern edge of the caldera. Again, I don't know if the ground's moving or if that's a faulty seismograph, and you can also see some unusual activity over here at the Horse Butte seismograph. So just some unusual signatures that are showing up that aren't normally there. And a quick update on the flashing light light phenomena, up to 690 here on the map in the United States, nearing 1,700 globally and counting. I'm still getting them every single day. This next video is just kind of eerie. Rob out of Dallas, Texas, June 15th of 2025, came up on this restaurant, and the majority of the lights on the property were flickering on and off. Not just one bulb here and there, it was the entire place. How weird is that? So that tells you right there, it's not just a bulb issue. Had to be something to do with the power supply. Something was interfering with the flow of electricity. I think that is a classic example right there. If the vast majority of the premises is going dark, then it has to be the power source. It's not just a bulb. Practically every bulb on the property was very slowly turning off and then back on. It was just kind of an eerie situation, almost something like you'd see in a movie or something. That's what compelled Rob to take the video. He was very taken back by that, had never seen anything like it. Going to Denver, another glitch in a big parking lot in Denver. Alec Bello, 6/17 of 2025, came up on all of these lights here, malfunctioning for unknown reasons. So you know that that's not a bulb issue. There's something bigger going on here that we just can't see. And it's showing up around the world, rogue and randomly, and in unassuming places, and nobody knows when or where it's going to show up. And I received my first video out of Amsterdam. This video was taken by Kimberly and Heather when they noticed that one rogue and random flashing light in the middle of the street. Going from Holland to Louisville, Kentucky. Heather, this is like the third or fourth video that Heather shared with me just from her location alone. And example number 3, going to Westminster, Colorado, Stephanie J, 6/9 of 2025, came up on these lights either in a park or a parking lot. Either way, these were night lights that are normally just on, not flickering and flashing like this for unknown reasons. She had never seen that before. And example number 4, a video sent in by Jody Overstreet, who was walking towards the back door of her house here on June 10th of 2025. She opens the door, she noticed the flickering through the curtain. And I guess that was the first time they'd ever noticed the light flickering and flashing, rogue and randomly. Thanks for the photos and videos, guys. Keep them coming. If you guys have any photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. If you guys have any videos you'd like to share that are too large to attach to the email, come over here to the homepage of the website. Look for this red tab that says, Have a Large Video. It's a Dropbox. Drag and drop your videos into the Dropbox. Please include your first name, date, and location, and I'll take it from there. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.